Hey guys, I have an unboxing video here that we're gonna do. I ordered some stuff. They're gonna be coming this week. I have stuff coming in throughout the week this week, but something did arrive pretty early, and I ordered like a couple of fire alarms, couple of elevator fixtures from various companies. But I have stuff, coming in, throughout the week here. So I don't know if this is something I ordered, something my dad ordered, but this is a mystery box, so something is probably in this mystery box. So let's just open it. Looks like there's a white box in here of something, I believe, is in here. So, oh my goodness gracious, it's my first Potter device. I'm just excited to even have one of these. And yes, it is. It is a Potter selectable horn strobe. Yes, this is a SH, a selectable horn strobe. Yep, it's a selectable strobe and horn. And it's a wall mount device. So if we unpack the alarm from its film, here's the alarm itself. It looks a little bit like a Gentex Commander 3 a little bit. It has the same fire lettering in the same places. Like a Gentex Commander 3, the strobe looks a little like it, and it looks a little like a spectralert Classic. It looks unusual, some people say. Some people say that you can find these fire alarms like in the movies or something. But they're used like on sprinkler alarms outside buildings. It had a little plate on it, so sprinkler alarm, call fire, call police. And then I've seen these seen these in white bodies with a amber strobe, like in a grocery store on a freezer. Like I've been to my local Harris Teeter actually has a freezer alarm that is a Potter device that's white with an amber strobe on it. Then here we get the mounting plate. It actually has the same paint cover like a spectralert Advanced almost, and you actually mount it the same way like you do a spectralert Advanced. So you mount it kind of in the same way you do a spectralert Advanced, and then you kind of wire, except it's 4-wire. It's not 2-wire, I believe, but yes, this is a 4-wire device. So just confirm that. And I will go get some wires here, and we're gonna test this alarm. And I think it's multi-tone. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. You get a little card with it. It's the same kind of card like you get with the Gentex Commander 3s almost, but except, yeah, but you mount it like you do the spectralert Advance almost. And this Potter logo kind of comes off like the Gentex logo, and then you kind of screw it in like you do the spectralert Advanced almost. So you kind of, it looks like two alarms in one almost. And then I'll go get my screwdriver and my battery, and we'll go wire this thing up. We're gonna hear this thing, and we're gonna hear it. And I'm gonna wire it onto my system. So I'm still waiting on some stuff. I'm still waiting on a manual pull station and stuff. I'm waiting on some other stuff this week. So let's wire the horn. So this must be positive. This must be a negative, as shown on the wiring diagram right here. And if it doesn't work, I might have to send it back. So we will get the red wire, and I'm going to find a black wire. I have it in my other drawer there. I think it's a selectable horn. Let's check. It's multi-tone. Somewhere you can, yeah, you can do dip switches kind of like you do with the Gentex Commander 3. So it's kind of similar. And I actually am waiting on a Gentex Commander 3 too that I'm going to get on the system as well. That's probably going to come in probably tomorrow, today or tomorrow or Friday. But I'm patiently waiting on this other stuff, so let me actually go and get more wires and stuff. I actually need to skin this wire. Get my wires. Actually, I already have wire here, so I don't need that itty bitty blue wire. So I could just go wire this one. Then we're gonna just do a test demonstration and do all the tones and see which tone would be good for the system. Maybe this might do a chime sound like the Gentex Commander 3 does, or it maybe doesn't. But I know there's other multi-tone alarms. I believe the Siemens UMMTs are multi-tone, and I believe, and I know by fact, the Wheelock MT devices are multi-tone. But this is kind of a, these alarms very well compete with the Gentex Commander 3s. So let's snap it on like you do the spectralert advanced. Then we'll kind of, I can do it with the scissors. I could always pop off this Potter emblem here, and then just screw it like you do the spectralert, like you do the spectralert advance. And then we're gonna, so I could put the alarm on the camera. Maybe I need to move the camera down so then we could set it off. I don't have headphones, so I had to cover my ears. So I'm right next to the alarm. So let's hear this thing for the first time. It actually sounds exactly like a Gentex Commander 3. That's how it sounds like on its normal configuration. This could really trick somebody because they think a Gentex Commander 3 is going off, not a Potter. But I think Gentex and Potter are kind of friends with each other, so they kind of, you know, they're kind of good competitors. Then it's kind of, you know, hard, you know, to take this bracket off. Then you gotta do it from the bottom. Let's unscrew it. This alarm might be a little bit difficult than some of the others, but we did the overview, and just ignore that on the videos. It's my dad going to the bathroom, but if you and I want to change the tone, so I need to open up the alarm though, but now it's made it really difficult, so I might go get a flathead screwdriver. It doesn't just come off easily like the Spectralert Advanced does. It's very difficult. But it looks and feels and sounds like two different alarms. It, you know, mounts like a Spectralert Advanced. It looks like a Gentex Commander 3, sounds like a Gentex Commander 3, and kind of does similar functions to it. Now we will change the tone. Maybe I might want to do like a so we need to use the flathead screwdriver to change that. Then we'll put it back on the bracket and we'll screw it in. We'll just see which tone will be good having on the system. Then we'll try to wire in the strobe as well. Now it's doing nothing. Now it's doing nothing. Thought I was gonna change the sound. Maybe they're sending me some kind of cheap little knockoff or something. You always may not, you know, get it right with Potter devices, but it's my first one, so I'm just kind of learning how to use it. We'll put all the dip switches on. And then we will snap this back in. Let's try it again. that's how it sounds like on another tone configuration. So that's how the tone's gonna sound like when we install it on the system. So this alarm is nice because it's, you know, they made it kind of like the Gentex Commander 3, made it kind of like the spectralert Advanced, but again, when I disconnect the wires, I'll show you. Because it is, you can mount it flat to the wall. There's no like big back and stuff like on some fire alarms. So this might take, you know, like 5 minutes to install, just like the spectralert Advances are, and just like the Wheelock ZNSs and just like the Wheelock Exceeders take less time to install. So we're gonna put the camera here, and I'm gonna take down my L series here, and I'm gonna then put up my Potter alarm. So we'll pause the video and make an install.